Welcome! In this quick explainer, we're going to learn how to play Claim, a really clever two-player trick-taking game. In just the next few minutes, you'll know everything you need to start your first game.
So here's the story. The king has died, and the throne is up for grabs. You and your opponent are going to battle it out to win over the 5 factions of the realm.
And how do you win? It's simple. Your goal is to get the support of at least 3 of those 5 factions. The first person to do that becomes the new ruler.
Alright, let's get this game on the table. The setup is super quick.
First, take all 52 cards and give them a good shuffle. Next, deal out 13 cards to each player. That's your starting hand. And whatever's left, just place that stack face down in the middle to make your draw pile. That's it. You're ready for Phase 1.
The game is played in 2 phases. The first one is called Recruit Followers. The goal here isn't to score points yet, but to build the best possible hand for the final showdown in Phase 2.
This phase is played over 13 rounds. In a game like this, each round is called a trick. You'll play 1 card from your hand in each one. So, at the beginning of every trick, you flip the top card of the draw pile face up. This is the prize card. It's what you and your opponent are fighting for. The leader starts by playing a card from their hand, and then the other player responds with a card of their own. Now, for the very first trick, the youngest player gets to be the leader. After that, it's simple. Whoever won the last trick becomes the new leader for the next one.
Now, this is the most important rule in the game. You absolutely must play a card of the same faction that the leader played, if you have one. This is called following faction, or following suit. If you can't, then and only then are you allowed to play a card from any other faction.
So who wins? The player who played the highest numbered card of the faction that was led wins the trick. Keep in mind, if the second player couldn't follow faction and played something else, the leader just wins automatically.
Okay, so what do you get? The winner of the trick gets that nice face-up prize card. The loser doesn't go away empty-handed. They take the top card from the draw pile, sight unseen. Both of you then add these new cards to a face-down pile. This is your follower pile, and it's going to be your hand for Phase 2.
Once all 13 tricks are done, Phase 1 is over. Now you just pick up that follower pile you've been building. That's your new hand for the final phase of the game. And the good news is the rules for playing cards and winning a trick are exactly the same. You still have to follow the faction, led by the leader, if you can. But here's the big twist. There's no prize card anymore. This time, you're fighting over the 2 cards that were just played in the trick. The winner scoops up both cards and puts them in a face-up score pile. This is how you finally start gaining the support of the factions.
Alright, now we get to the really fun part. Each of the 5 factions has a special power that can break the rules. Knowing these is absolutely key to winning.
Let's start with the easiest one. Goblins. They're the baseline faction. They have no special ability at all. They just follow the normal rules. Simple. Next up, the knights. And knights have one job. They beat goblins. If a goblin is led and the other player plays any knight, no matter the number, the knight automatically wins the trick. The undead are sneaky. In Phase 1, whenever an undead card is played in a trick, the winner of that trick takes it and adds it to their face-up score pile immediately. This means you can start scoring factions before Phase 2 even begins. The dwarves have a power that flips everything around, but it only works in Phase 2. When any dwarf cards are played in a trick, it's the loser of the trick who gets to collect them for their score pile. Yep, sometimes losing a trick is a good thing. And finally, we have the doppelgangers. These are your wild cards. You're allowed to play a doppelganger even when you could have followed the faction. When you do, it copies the faction of the card the leader played, though it doesn't copy any special powers. So, you've played through all 13 tricks of Phase 2. All the cards are gone. Now it's time for the final count to see who actually gets the throne. For each of the 5 factions, you just count up the cards in your score pile. The player who has more cards of that faction wins that faction's vote. So, like you see here, player B has 4 dwarves and player A only has 3, so player B wins the dwarves. And if you happen to tie, the player with the highest numbered card in that faction wins the tie. And that's the magic number. The very first player to win the vote of 3 out of the 5 factions wins the entire game. And that is how you play Claim. You've got all the rules you need. So the only question is, which factions will you lead to victory to claim your throne?